it's good. Oh, wait, you're on a different mic.
Damn, this shit leaning.
Bro, it's good. We good, bro.
Bruh, you see this table?
All right, you gonna get a new table. It's fine.
We good, bro.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Too Many Ideas Podcast, episode 12, probably. I'm your host, Mars. Today, we got Luke here, per usual, and we got the ladies here with us, B and Don. And remember, like this video if you like this video, or if you just like us, any one of us, or all of us like this video. Comment your thoughts, perspectives on these topics that we're about to talk about today, and subscribe to the channel. If you like this type of content, we got so much more of it. Short videos, long videos, whole bunch of different topics. So subscribe to the channel, or if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, wherever, follow, all that good stuff. All of our socials are at the bottom in the description. Check us out, hit us up, talk to us, whatever. Let's go ahead and get the episode started. So we're going to get into a relevant topic here today. The Quavo and Saweetie situation. Specifically, and we're going to go around the room. I'll probably start with you and then go to you two for more dissenting positions. And because I think you'll have a level-headed position. So let's see.
As will I.
Yeah, right. Anyways, so has everybody seen the video, right?
Yes.
Where were they at? In the elevator. Yeah, so everybody's take on that. I want everybody's take on it. What does that look like to you?
From first glance, like they were like squabbling, but I guess
Squabbling.
but the main like argument was that domestic violence was it not, and it was like, you know, she was looked like they were fighting over like a little box or whatever. I'm not sure.
It looked like some luggage, or something
they
like
said
that.
It was they said it was like an Xbox box. I don't know.
An Xbox box?
Yeah.
That was a big ass Xbox box. But okay.
I don't know, but I mean, yeah, obviously, you know, not a great situation. I mean, Quavo looked crazy because he saw it at the end, like he looked at the camera, like, oh shit, like, you know, they caught me fighting, you know, Sweetie in the elevator. But you know, I think it takes two. But I'm gonna see what everyone has to say.
All right, it takes two. Okay, what do you think? I know you don't think it takes two, so go ahead. That's why I'm doing, because I know you think it takes two or it takes one, whatever. I don't know.
Okay, well, off rip, I will say that I think the video is definitely out of context. You know, we saw at the climax, we didn't see any of the plot beforehand. And I will say that what I saw was both being aggressive, but Quavo extending that aggression into the elevator. That's what I saw. And then I peeped, when he peeped the camera, and, you know, he didn't do anything. And then the guy at the elevator was like, I'm not getting into that elevator. And, you know, and then the whole, like, after he pulled her into the elevator, she's on the floor. I don't know what they're doing on the floor, but, you know, we couldn't see her. And then he waited for her to get up, and then she got up. I thought she was limping, slight limp in my opinion, and then they walked out the elevator together.
That video wasn't funny, but the funny part was when the elevator door opened and the nigga was just standing there. Nigga didn't move a muscle, bruh. He was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna get in.
I wouldn't have gotten in either.
Door closed, and it was just like, oh man, that was hilarious to me because he was just like, it looked like he was a picture, like it didn't even look like it was video.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't think there's anything. Like I always tell people, like it's weird to me how we like pick and choose who's right in situations when we don't know anything. And I think this video is literally the epitome of that. I don't think there's nothing to say. Like, honestly, what the fuck was in that bag or box? That's all I want to know. Like, I just don't. Yeah, I just can't really say. Like, I think Quavo was being aggressive. She was being aggressive. Like, kind of what B said there. Something was going on that led to this. That's really it. That's all I really got.
I guess like the way that I'm thinking about it is because you see that video come out and now it's Quavo is a abuser essentially. Like, and I don't really feel like that video tells me that that's that's who he is,
I agree.
you know. And we kind of talked about this
Yeah,
last
we did.
episode, and it's just like.
I wasn't
We
there.
talked about this before too, but still, last episode we really got into that too. But I don't know if that makes, like I feel like they were fighting each other and it kind of got out of hand. But I don't know if I'm looking at him like, oh yeah, he really fucked her up type shit.
That
you know
got
what
out
I
of
mean?
hand? Damn, I come from a bad household.
See, and I think so because I have seen a lot of those opinions like, bro, that was nothing. That was a little scuffle. I'm like, if
Yeah,
anybody
That's what,
ever,
I said squabble. I didn't think it was that bad. It was
the way
like,
I see it, if anybody that I knew was in her position, like I wouldn't think that was squabble. Like that's like to me, that just looks like
because they didn't like they were hitting each other, like they were just trying to
Yeah,
grab the box.
the nigga wasn't.
My biggest point, what I told B the other day was like, he noticed that camera dummy late. If he, not saying he's not, I'm not judging him by this video, nor am I judging her. But to me, if he was an aggressor or an abuser, he would have beat the fuck out of her before all that. Like, cause he turned around that camera more than halfway of the video. Like, it would have shown before that.
Everythady was over after that.
Yeah.
Like, he had
no,
already
I
did what he
definitely
did
agree.
and
And
stopped.
Yeah, and that's why I think like we just saw the very end. That's why I was like, I can't say anything. All I know
Exactly,
is that she got slammed in that elevator. Like that wasn't
So
no
hold on,
tongue.
hold
There
on.
wasn't no lightly forced.
What's the
it
difference
was the-
between this and the Jay-Z and Beyonce in the elevator? Just let me know.
Bro, that was Solange in the elevator. Though.
Yeah,
What's-
but
what's the
Solange
difference?
was hitting him.
What-
He didn't move. He was just
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't.
So that's okay.
Nobody said it's not okay.
Oh, now it's not.
And
Now
wait,
it's
wait,
not.
Everybody doesn't look at that as bad. Nobody talks about Solange beating the fuck out of Jay-Z in that
No one
elevator.
cares. It's okay. Come on, bro. I
no,
get
that-
y'all might be saying that now, but in
Whoa,
that
whoa,
moment, no
whoa.
one gave a fuck for
Okay,
Jay-Z.
okay.
No,
here's
because-
why. Here's
Okay.
why. Because she's a female. She's probably like 90 pounds. He's like Jay-Z.
That's crazy.
So I mean, I'm not saying it's
See-
okay that he hit her, but it's not, or she hit him, but it's not the same as if he was hitting her and she was just standing there. In the
See,
corner.
it's
not the same
and yeah, it's not the same as if he was hitting her, but at the same
But is she
time,
right now? She's not.
at the same time, it's just like when I look at the Quavo and Saweetie video, and I'm just like, it looks like they were fighting over a bag, equally fighting over a bag, and then when he pulled that bag away from her,
She fell.
Yeah.
he fell into her, and I don't think that was like an intentional like, boom, like I'm gonna push you onto the ground type
Yeah.
thing. So it's just like I don't feel like either of them should be looked at as like, oh, this is one abused the other kind of situation. Because it's just like when you have a situation like that where it's both parties are kind of, for lack of a better word, being toxic with each other, you can't kill him just because he's the guy and he has more power to what he does. You know what I mean? Because it's just like that push kind of could have like hurt her, but at the same time, it's just like, was it his intention to be like knock her down, like abuse her, basically?
I agree. And so referencing back to the Solange video, it's to me it's totally different audiences. Like, and the fact that it went away was because no one spoke. Like to me, this is gonna go away soon. Like they're not commenting on it, and I think they never will. We saw that video. All that was a video. And then a couple of days later, because I was peeping, Beyonce posted a picture of them holding all lovey-dovey, and she commented the date, and it was days after that fight. AKA talking about, like, we know her to not say nothing. So I think they already had the little, not squabble, communication on social media about basically him being a cheater, and then him saying, that's not what I think you are, blah, 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 and then we see that video. So it's just like...
I was gonna say, like, people were saying also that they are like about to release projects, both of them separately, and like there's probably like some type of promotional thing, which I'm not sure if that's true, but I heard that and I was like,
yeah. And then the context of the video, I mean, I want to say that I personally didn't like the video. I mean, I'm not saying no one is wrong, but at the same time, I'm not gonna defend the same way. I'm not accusing. Like me personally, I mean, I've never been in that type of situation, and if anybody treat me like that, I mean, that would be a dub. So, and to me, I feel like if any of y'all have been in a situation that looked like that, let me know, because I want to know your perspective. I haven't been, and I don't ever want to be, and that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I know people that I've spoken to are like, oh, that's nothing. So it definitely is perspective.
yeah.
But I guess, like, in thinking about the Solange situation, right? Did Solange get any criticism for that? Like, public criticism from anybody? Does anyone remember?
I don't think
I don't
she
think
did.
so. Because they knew. Well, they thought. I think it was found out that she was doing it because. Well, so I heard that she found out that. Because he was cheating, and she was fighting him because Beyonce wouldn't, or something like that.
So that's why she didn't get any criticism.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
see,
we
and
gotta,
that's kind of
we gotta see. I mean, like we can't. I can't. tell
even
off
if
the top
that
of my
wasn't the
head.
reason, whether there's no like my point is that there's no like real reason that she shouldn't have gotten criticism for that if we're criticizing in the same kind of way. Like, yeah, cool, she might not have hurt him, but she still attacked this nigga in the elevator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it still should be looked at in some kind of way, like, hey, like this wasn't right. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that, and it's just how life is, I guess, but that thing, looking at that in those kind of situations is never going to be fair. Because even if, you know, it was Quavo and Saweetie and they was like literally like punching, boxing each other, Quavo's going to get in trouble for that. Saweetie's not going to get in trouble for that.
I mean, yeah, because he's a guy. He has more physical strength to do anything. Like, if she's hitting him, it's not going to affect him.
Literally
like that.
put him in some gloves and have her with brass knuckles on. He's still getting in trouble for
That's-
that, and she's not. She could beat the shit out of him, and he's.
I mean,
and
well,
he's
I
not.
think-
She's not gonna get in trouble.
I mean, we can theorize a lot of fights, imaginary or otherwise, and I will agree that the way society is, yeah, the man will always take the bigger fall because we have programmed ourselves to think of men as these strong, superior beings. So to me, I'm like, that's not any of all's fault. Not Sweetie's, not Quavo's, not none of y'all. So I'm just like, someone put that as the standard. No one has tried to stop it. So I'm just like,
I mean, I guess the rationale is like if a woman is beating up a man, it's because the man is not trying to thwart that.
To me, the biggest thing here, and no matter what y'all say, Quavo was wrong from the get. That could have been half a video. Sweetie could have fell. Quavo pushed her. I mean, from the get, he's wrong. And we kind of talked about it in the other earlier episode. Anything like that comes out with a celebrity, the male is wrong. Like, it doesn't matter. And I feel like we're trying to overcompensate for all the times male have gotten away with things, which is a different topic. But like when I talked about this with B and a couple other people, a lot of publications posted half the video where Quavo was seen to be more of the aggressor rather than the full video. Why is that?
clickbait.
But at the end of the day,
it's more than clickbait. It's to establish a narrative that
that he's
an abuser.
yeah.
It pushes that to say like, hey, this is what these niggas
because
do.
they knew if they started from the beginning, it didn't pop. Not to downplay any domestic violence. It's not like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So you have to spice it up. You have to, let's get Quavo kind of more doing, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's not trying to downplay the domestic abuse or violence or anything like that. But I told Mars this in the previous conversation, and I feel like this is kind of what y'all are going with at the end, or what Mars is trying to say is like, Quavo was wrong, regardless. It could be Sweetie could have cheated and he just found out something's in the bag. It doesn't matter. He is wrong. So that's how I look at the situation. Like,
I mean, I don't think anyone here has said he was wrong. I haven't said it.
Yeah.
Have you said that he was wrong?
he's getting at the narrative like,
Basically, just like the
society
public
thinks he's
perception
wrong.
it doesn't matter.
is
Yeah.
wrong. You know.
Yeah.
I would
and that it
agree
doesn't matter
if
to
I would
people.
have seen any type of repercussions that are like not industry, but
Like
like
cancel him or
promo wise,
something?
you know, like nothing got pulled, no sponsorships got taken away. Like, I mean, like, I haven't seen him face any type of public repercussion other than
Yeah.
people's comments.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just like, I don't.
Because I was thinking about like Chris Brown and Rihanna too, because they said that Rihanna hit him as well, but she was the one who
And
had
and like she even said that like on her opening interview years ago, she's like, we were both fighting.
Yeah.
But of course, to Adonka's point, she's the one that got beat up.
Yeah.
And
you can see
One,
it.
two can fight, but one gotta get
to
beat
me,
up.
to me, it doesn't matter about publications pulling you or whatever. If his numbers get hurt by this, we'll be able to tell. We had this discussion before outside of I think on the podcast. If Spotify deems that as a no more playlisting. All this matters. Like we're saying that we haven't seen anything publicly yet, but we sway what people care about. So if tomorrow they're like, we're Team Sweetie, fuck Quavo, and that becomes a trend, that's it.
Yeah,
And
but
then
but to me, I think that depends on how they react. If that would have been a trend, it should have been a trend already. Like to me, I don't see the point of a video popped out, weeks ago, and unless something else happened or we find out something else, is gonna blow up any bigger.
I'm under the assumption that there's more that will come out. To me, all that timing was already done. Post breakup, a video comes out like 2 days after. There will be more that follows this, and whoever is choosing to do this is going to be one-sided, and it's gonna be Quavo in the wrong. Because to me, bro, I was thinking this forever. I'm like, damn, Quavo's the one rapper I think that's been with a badass girl and nothing's come out. Nothing. The moment they break up, bam. Like I was literally thinking, I was like, damn, man, he's better than Offset. He's better than the rest of them niggas. But the moment That's all I'm saying. Like I feel bad for whatever they came to the understanding of. Like I hope they came to understanding before breaking up, whatever. Because now you're gonna pick your side. Like it's Team Quavo, Team Sweetie, and that's it.
And I mean, I think it also, because it's a bigger thing than just like Quavo and Saweetie. I think it's also like the Migos in general, just because I feel like they were, and this is just a theory, I feel like they were taking like a long break between music because of like all their personal things. Not so much with Quavo until now, but because of like all of Offset's cheating with Cardi B.
Yeah.
And then also, and I don't know how many people remember this, but Takeoff had a rape charge.
Yeah.
And did y'all hear about that? Y'all knew
I
the
think so.
Takeoff? Yeah. Did y'all know?
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, yeah, that's fine. Did y'all know that his charges got dropped
Yeah.
for lack of evidence?
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's just like, and that's just like the kind of thing, just because when Takeoff's rape charge came out, it was all over everywhere.
I didn't see it.
Charge gets dropped, lack of evidence, not a peep about it. And that's kind of like why I feel like this situation is probably gonna take like that kind of turn, is what I'm thinking. Is that like, cool, we get to the bottom of the Quavo and Saweetie debacle between them, and then, you know, however Quavo looks at the end is just gonna be how he looks, and if anything else comes out later that kind of like counteracts that, and it's like evidence, he's still gonna be stuck with how he looks, just like how Chris Brown was stuck with how he looked, you know, until, you know, way later. And even still, like, I still don't think that he made the same kind of comeback image wise that from the Rihanna situation. And that was a little bit different because, you know, obviously he did what he did, but at the same time, like you said, they were fighting each other. So it's just like,
I would say that the video actually helps in his favor, because you can't, like, with if I'm comparing it to the Rihanna and Chris Brown, like, there was no video of the actual incident, so it's like you can see the evidence on Rihanna's face.
It's not like
there's
close,
like
there was like
pictures.
close-ups. I thought there was like different angles, but not like
A video of them in the car fighting.
yeah. I thought it was like different angles,
never
but not
saw
like
that.
close-ups.
Oh, I
I
didn't see
swore.
that.
I don't think
Because I thought that-
because it was just them in the car going somewhere. So
Yeah, I
don't
remember.
think.
No, come on, I've seen it when it started. There was a video showing where they started and where they stopped. I remember that.
I feel like I remember
Yeah,
a
'cause that
video
was-
seeing silhouettes or something,
Nah,
but
bro,
I don't remember
there
seeing
was a
like them
video of where they started, like when the scuffle started and they started driving. I swear to you.
Really?
Oh,
I've never seen it.
yeah, he is right, because I remember seeing, was it Key and Peele? They did a skit about it, and it was after that video came out.
Yeah,
they
like,
did a skit.
There
Basically,
wasn't enough to like
reenacting
say
it.
like exactly what happened, of course, like what y'all are saying, but they were like broken videos of like security cameras and shit like
Yeah,
that.
because I was about to say, like, I feel like the video in the elevator kind of helps, because it's like you can see that Sweetie was an active participant in the fight, and it's
Yeah.
like she wasn't just, you know, taking
Yeah.
punches. So it's like I feel like, you know, that kind of helps, because I don't feel like I've seen anyone be like, okay, yeah, Quavo is, you know, beating her because she's actively, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
in
like
there,
to
too.
me, the one comment that I saw a lot of in terms of him was just like what would happen if he didn't look at that camera, and I was like, that's one of the like black hole to get into. But to me, like, I'm just taking it for like the way all the situations that we're talking about, Rihanna. Well, not only Rihanna, that's totally different. You know, Beyonce and Solange, and then this. It's like we're seeing very intimate moments we should have never seen. You know, that's kind of how I'm taking it. Like, I've seen it. If she says something about it, you know, we'll see where the story goes. I'm not gonna just think this fucking video forever. Like, it was like a minute.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally don't have any, like, I don't feel any differently about Quavo than I already did. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, they already had a toxic relationship. That's kind of where I left it.
Yeah, and to Mars's point, I feel like that's what I'm really like just talking about. I just feel like a narrative is gonna get pushed. Y'all, we're not, because we're looking at it for something like B said. We're looking at this for what it is, and it's a personal moment that we probably wouldn't have liked to see. But to me, just looking at everything like holistically, I'm like, bro, they just broke up. Like, I think the timing is just weird. Like, nothing ever came out about them, and the time they break up, a video comes out. And I'm pretty sure they're both doubling down right now
Yeah.
on everything they ever done.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's kind of like, I don't know who or what will be next, but I feel like in all cases, he's gonna end up looking bad. And I think Mars kind of brought up in more the totality of things because Offset already went through what he went through, Takeoff, and the biggest thing was really Takeoff. So now I'm not sure how it will affect the Migos. Like I said, I hope they came to an understanding and still respect each other to like figure this out for the public view. I hope there was no actual domestic abuse going on, but we will never know. But
have either of them said anything about that video or the situation at all?
And she's been
Nothing?
posting too.
Yeah,
All
and
thing
the
I've seen
thing-
that
yeah.
and when
she went blonde.
I'm not sure if y'all know, but when it came out, it said leaked video. Like, so I'm like, and we all know when that happens, it's the fucking camera guy.
Yeah.
And it's been sold for thousands of dollars. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
he's probably been keeping it. He's like, what should I do with it?
Exactly.
And then it broke up. He's like, ah,
What should I do with
the
it?
price went up on it.
Yeah.
bro, exactly. The price probably did go up on that shit. Like,
Like,
dead
I got
ass.
some good shit right here, man.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm never gonna
this
forget.
is really gonna kill him right
There's-
there.
Lil Wayne has
Slide it
mad
over real
stories
fast.
of this, of where he used to go to hotels and they used to always steal all his CDs. Lil Wayne used to go to hotels, they used to valet the car, all his CDs, all his music leaked, gone. And it's always the hotels, bro. Niggas that stay in hotels where celebrities come through, they got the motherfucking tea, bro. That's why niggas rent the whole like floor when they go for
And
shit like
And
that.
it kind of
Yeah.
like makes
And
me
that-
understand like why celebrities want to be so private about everything that they do, and why they want to kind of just like stay off the radar as much as possible. Like a Frank Ocean with his situation where he was in the a movie theater,
Oh, yeah,
and then he got arrested or whatever. And it's just like and then what happened? Because I never understood what happened between him and Chris
Just,
Brown.
man, I knew that's where you were
Oh,
going.
What, do you
yeah.
know about that?
Well,
Because I need some more info.
They got. I
I
heard
thought
Frank
that's
Ocean
a
got them
fight.
hands. That's all I
Yeah,
heard.
I thought it was a fight. Like I thought they were leaving like the same like.
I think
like,
somebody
club
threw
or
a bottle
something.
at somebody. Like,
Yeah,
like-
and then
like,
why?
apparently somebody in Chris Brown's crew is like a homophobic slur or
yeah,
something.
and then threw a bottle at Frank, and then
How dare
See, I kind of got that from the songs, but it was so artistic that I didn't feel like I really understood
Yeah,
the
all I
situation.
know is that when that man won a Grammy, he did not stand up. Everybody gave this man a standing ovation. Chris Brown like this, just mad.
all I know is that I heard Frank handled it. Like he was in a bit. From what I read, I'm just saying, from what I read, like they handled it. Okay, like
That was such a. I never got the full scoop on that. Like I
It's
I was always curious as to what happened between
two
Frank Ocean.
opposite. Like
Like how did y'all even get in the same room? Like what was the beef about? But I guess like the homophobic slur thing definitely makes a lot of sense.
I mean, I'd fight over that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course. But it's just like a thing or two of just privacy when you're a celebrity, because you really don't ever get any of that. Everything you do is like out on Front Street.
Yeah, and then that's why I also have a lack of empathy towards that, only because at this day and age, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. And then personally, ever since I read this quote by I forgot her name, but it was Nas's ex-wife. But which I told Luke about, she just said like, I made a conscious decision to either be this big old star
You're
or to
talking
be
about
able,
Khalees?
yeah, this big star, or be able to walk down Central Park by myself and nobody knows me. And so to me, I'm like, I definitely have some type of empathy, but like I'm not like, damn, like because to me like their relationship was very.
Yeah.
They were out. They took pictures. They were on like the red carpets. It's not like they were private the whole entire time. Then this leaked. They were a very public couple.
Yeah.
They're not wrong to do so. Like most people have that.
So
Oh, okay.
being public means you're an idol.
I didn't say that.
No, not necessarily.
Well, I guess like the whole what he's trying to say, and what kind of like we had talked about last episode, but just like with sports people, was just that if you're good at what you do, if you're successful at what you do, and you happen to make a lot of money, and you happen to be really good, get really big at what you do, does that mean that you should be susceptible to harsh, more scorn for things that you do? Should you be put under the
A microscope.
magnifying glass because of how just like good you became at what you do?
The obvious answer is no, but at the same time, you gotta play with the cards you're dealt with. Like, you don't have that life of privacy and autonomy anymore, and you need to be able to deal with that, which is why, I respect people that don't say nothing, because I'm like, yeah, like you're making that decision every single day to make sure that you're putting yourself and your privacy first, like that's why I respect when the whole Solange fight happened. Nobody knows a single thing about it, because they like, hey, like this is our family business that got leaked. That's nobody else's concern. Same with this video. To me, they shouldn't have to say a single thing. And then I think they got to see what happens. Because to me, like we all said with the public, you can say nothing and still get a whole narrative. You can say everything. You can have the receipts and everything. And to me, they're going to pick a side. So to me, like, why are you going to fan that flame?
Yeah.
Personally.
And I was gonna say that's why people like get on Summer Walker so bad, because like she entered into this business and now she's like, well, I want my privacy, I want this, I'm socially awkward and all this other stuff, but it's like you decided to be a singer and a celebrity. Like,
yeah, and then even like, because that's why I never really understood, like, that's why I really respect Kim Kardashian, because she's like, look, I want to be famous. I knew I wanted this life, and I knew it came with it, and I'm gonna deal with it the way I deal with it. And
I feel like we decide someone's celebrity, not necessarily them deciding their own celebrity. Because just because you're a huge musician doesn't mean you chose to be a celebrity.
Okay, well, let's say like Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Like he's a big celebrity, but I don't think he's like. Well, I mean, he's definitely followed by paparazzi and stuff.
To
but he's
me,
not,
there's
like,
a difference between a celebrity and then your craft. Like, an actress did not be a celebrity and vice versa. Like, you can be an artist and not be a celebrity. You can be a musician and not be a celebrity. To me,
you can be a big, successful artist and not be a celebrity?
Bro, okay. To me, who I think is a huge artist or a huge actress, and like, yeah, obviously the paparazzi flicks and stuff, but like...
But do they have like the same public interest as like...
You can get to say an example.
Oh, I mean, I would say Emma Stone. Like, I love her. She's in all the big movies. She wins Oscars. She wins awards. So does Leonardo DiCaprio, Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, sorry, they're all white. Those are the big people that I know. But I was like, you don't hear nothing about them. And then to me...
Yeah, just because you don't hear nothing about them doesn't mean that they are not susceptible to that
no.
celebrity scorn. It just means that they've been probably trained a little bit better on how to handle it.
I mean, yeah, because
I think acting is a completely wrong thing to bring about because they hide it the best. Because if you Google anything about Leonardo DiCaprio, like we did with Christian Bale, there's tons of shit of him going off on people, racist slurs, this and the third. But it's different for them because they understand if something comes out with them, that movie's canceled. So I feel like with them, with the album, with Quavo and all this shit, the album can still come out. It may not sell well, it can still come out. If Leonardo DiCaprio is starring on a movie and something comes out, they might as well stop the whole fucking movie.
That's not true because I think Shia LaBeouf, the movies that came out on Netflix and everything.
I mean, that was already done.
You talking about Shia LaBeouf and Leonardo DiCaprio?
Wait, I'm talking about Migos and Shia LaBeouf. You talking
That's
about...
still not the same thing, bro. You can't. If we were talking prime Shia LaBeouf Transformers, I would agree with you. But this Shia LaBeouf, nobody cares what he's on. Like, come on, bro. Let's be serious.
So what do you?
I'm saying to me, you gotta give the Drake of the acting shit. Like Leonardo DiCaprio is a great example to me. Even with the Migos, if something happens where he's in a finicky area, I promise you, those movies will be paused. I mean, even like a Tom Holland, honestly, I gotta give you that.
Shia LaBeouf, his movie couldn't have been paused. It was already done. They just took him off the credits. Like they just took his name off of everything, his face off of every trailer for it. But it was already done. It was just they couldn't go backwards with Shia LaBeouf. But now going forward, Shia LaBeouf, I don't know when he will ever be in something again.
I still don't think he's the best example for it.
So give us a good example.
You got it right with Leonardo DiCaprio. To me, Shia LaBeouf's prime has been done. Like, come on.
Because to me, the only thing I know, and I love Leonardo DiCaprio, so I do look at his stuff. So I'm like, the only thing I know is that he don't date nobody over 25.
I mean,
that's the only bad thing.
That's the only thing that's been publicized. But I'm not almost. I know for a fact if we just not even search the whole web, just look, you will see several different things. But to me, it's like.
But that's a difference though. It's just like Leonardo DiCaprio. He's not no generalized clickbait, you know? Like
what? I don't think so.
No, not right now. No.
Do you think he is followed around the same way A Kardashian is?
That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Because I'm confused.
Guys, hear me out. If, for example, this is Michael a little over your heads, Ben Roethlisberger is a quarterback of the Steelers, right? White guy. He's been accused of rape 3 times and sexual assault twice. No one cares. Correct? Mars will know this, right? Cool. What I'm saying is with Leonardo DiCaprio, no matter the headline or what, if it's something bad, we will click. Now, with the Steelers and when I'm bringing with Leonardo DiCaprio, to me, I look at the Steelers as a team, and I look at Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever movie he is, as a team. They know that if anything comes up about them or these 2 star players and people, it ruins the whole thing. So to me, it's harder versus a Kardashian. Of course you can kill a Kardashian. It's a person. It's not a brand. It's not a movie. There's not thousands of people being put into this object. You feel me? The same thing with a Kanye, a Quavo. We can't compare those two. Because if you can cancel Quavo, you can cancel a Tory Lanez, his album might do bad. You're not going to cancel Leonardo DiCaprio, bro. It's a movie, bro. It's 10,000 other people being brought into this. They're like, okay, let's pause this. Or let's try to go about the promotion a little bit different. Let's wait. But it's not going to be just done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so this is not a huge celebrity, but he was in a very. Kevin Spacey, which is why I'm not agreeing with that. He ain't doing nothing now.
Mm-hmm.
His last movie, he got put off of his own show, House of Cards, the biggest show I never at the time. Literally, they killed him off.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, his movie that he already finished was released, made next to no money. So I'm just like, to me, of course, it's kind of incomparable. But what I'm trying to say is that there is a separation. There are plenty of actresses and musicians and artists who are not celebrities because their life is not interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
So to me, it's like, if you, so to me, if I get famous and I hang out with the Kardashians, with the Ashton Rays, of course I'm become clickbait, you know,
Well,
just by association.
First of all, what you just said, when you get famous, you already once you get famous, it doesn't matter. You can be the most uninteresting person in the world. If you go out there and you beat somebody up, you're gonna be on TMZ.
I think if Kevin Spacey was any bigger, like really big, he wouldn't have lost all that shit. That's just me. If Kevin, once again, was equivalent to a Drake or Migos, he would not have lost that. Kevin Spacey was in a time and somewhat of a Shia LaBeouf era. Like, he was getting there. Don't get me wrong. He was definitely getting his bank up. People was respecting him. House of Cards. But I don't think he was groundbreaking. Kevin Spacey starring Kevin. Like, he wasn't there yet.
I mean, yeah, he was he was an actor for decades. Like this was not his first rodeo, you know. And so I kind of forgot where I was gonna go.
I mean, your point is that
to me,
you could be a actress, you could be an artist, you could be a whatever, and not be a celebrity. But I feel like once you reach a certain level, you can't not be a celebrity.
And I'll agree with that point. But then I think you can do things that expedite that celebrity status. Like I forgot what I was not talking to you. Reading. I think it was his Vogue editor, and he was like, these girls that want to come up, they go to those famous restaurants. They go to those places where people paparazzi will be. Yep. You can do things to put yourself in a position to be seen and therefore noticed.
Do you think Zendaya's interesting? Do you think Zendaya's interesting as a person?
No, not
Do you
really.
think Zendaya's interesting? Do you think Zendaya's interesting?
No.
She's a celebrity. She posts when she wants. You think she can go out anywhere? I just feel like basically all we're saying is situational. I think that's kind of what B is getting at. But what we're combating is that there's no line to it.
And I get you can expedite your celebrity, but if you reach a certain status of anything and what you do, you're gonna be a celebrity. You can't choose not to be a celebrity unless you walk away from everything that you're doing to, feed yourself, feed your family,
whatever. And then
whatever.
I read interviews, I know that people make conscious, I know people, I don't know them. I read interviews and they don't date other celebrities. They don't date people, I remember Emma Watson. She never dated a celebrity before, and she was like, I never will. I don't want to date somebody that's gonna,
She dated Andrew Garfield.
No. Emma Watson and not Emma Stone. Emma Watson was a girl in Harry Potter. No, you're right. She does not date celebrities. She's like, I don't want to add that attention by being with somebody else. At the same time, I don't want to, So I'm just like, of course, it's situational. Of course, at the end of the day, the public will do whatever the fuck it wants. But at the same time, I think people know that, and then once you get to that pinnacle, I think you make a conscious decision. To me, I think Beyonce definitely rescinded herself a little bit. She was never the most outspoken, but to me, she'll say nothing now. You know, and to me, she's like, that's a conscious decision. She could do interviews, she could do anything she wants to do, and she does it in a way where we get a glimpse, but what we want to see. And it's unfortunate because when videos like that come out, it wasn't what they wanted to show us. And that's what's unfortunate. At the same time, to me, it's something that you should always have in the back of your mind. If I'm rich and famous and everyone is trying to figure me out, or trying to take me down is the better word to say, gotta prepare yourself, you know?
This isn't really on this topic, but it's kind of transitional. Since we were talking about actors, I kind of like how, and I don't want to say the name wrong because I don't know his name now, but the actor.
Is it Elliot Page?
Elliot Page.
Yeah.
Elliot Page. How he was able to transition into being a man, transgender, whatever, and he hasn't gotten that kind of I haven't seen at least is a lot of backlash on him. Have you seen backlash on him?
No, but
you wouldn't in this
I mean, to me,
I feel like you would. Like in today, yeah, I feel like you
People-
would see backlash.
No,
for it.
ever since Caitlyn Jenner came out, I feel like it's been a lot more.
I don't think he was too
Acceptance.
stardom really, or is that, no, sorry.
I would disagree
I
I
because
don't know how to refer. That's what I was trying to say. But go ahead.
well,
I'm sorry
okay,
if I did
so
that wrong.
I guess I can. His name is Elliot Page.
Yeah.
You know, he did not transition. He did not transgender. Like he was not like he was born a woman and he is now a man. Like there's not really a way to say like just say he, him, Elliot. Like there's no need to really. If you talk about them before they transition, you can talk about like before they transition, but you don't want to say like, oh yeah, when she was a girl or when he was a this. That's rude. So I was gonna say before he transitioned, he was a huge star. You know, he was in Juno. Like he was that kind of child actor that grew up, and nobody would have expected him, you know, to be like that. Like, you know, we all thought that maybe he was, you know, obviously gay. You know, before he transitioned, before he came out, he was married to a woman, and now he is fully transitioned. I'm assuming. And I feel like in this climate, there's really not much you can say negative about him that will get you any stars. You know, like you can't really say anything bad. First of all, what do you got to say?
Are we saying
my
that from a
opinion.
producer aspect or as a fan or as the?
I mean, really all over. Like, I mean, it may not be what we want, but I do think that Hollywood is getting more inclusive, and they're trying to be more inclusive. They're trying to make up for lost time. So
I think there's always gonna be something negative to say.
I mean, of course.
I personally, I get what you're saying, like the star, and you know he was a great actor.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna stop. All I'm saying is the time where we all just never mind. Yeah, never mind. Yeah.
What were you trying to say, Marcus, about?
Before transitioning,
Yeah.
the fame was there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a good gap between when this person transitioned to where no one was to the public wasn't keeping up with them. So I feel like not trying to say he just started over his whole life, but he can do a lot now because I personally don't think the world was like, where is he, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus I feel like
say
if
that.
someone like a Zendaya was to do this, you would take a lot more. And I was gonna go into like, you always, no matter what you do, what you choose to do with your body, face, whatever, you're always gonna have feedback. I mean, we're watching Lil Nas X go through this, so that's why I'm saying we just haven't seen it yet. If this person now that gets no more movies or not as big as roles no more, I feel like that's some type of lashback. To me personally, backlash, my fault.
Flashback.
Yeah, some type of backlash, and I'm just like, that's just me personally. Like
Yeah.
that's if Lil Nas X don't top the charts again. That's
Yeah.
backlash.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know what he's in, like, current, like, other than Umbrella Academy on Netflix, I don't know, like, what else
I hate that shit.
he's, like, doing. Like, I mean, I
Yeah,
really
that
don't
shit
keep
was
up with him
trash.
enough to care,
Yeah, I don't
being
think
honest.
he's that
But see,
big of
but
a-
that's what I'm
I guess
saying.
that might be the thing.
That's what I feel like
Yeah.
if he was bigger, it might be different. And to B's point, what she brought up earlier, it was just like, in his head, he's probably fine. Like, hey, I got the transition peacefully. I'm going through my life peacefully. I'm doing what I would like to do. So I mean, yeah, he's probably. I hope he's happy. But to transition into the Lil Nas X thing, I just feel like we can never know what backlash is outside of our own, like, you know, seeing it until it takes effect on them.
Yeah.
And like I'll feel like the clearest thing to see is if you don't hear Lil Nas X dropping the chart next week or next month, whenever he drops something, he got backlash.
Yeah.
That's how I would look at it.
And yeah, transition into Lil Nas X, like, how y'all feel about the video, the shoe? Do y'all aware of like
Yeah.
the shoe that came out and all that whole thing? I know you have like all the details on Mischief and
Yeah.
whatever, so I kind of wanted you to give some background to that because I don't really know, and I don't know if everybody knows like Mischief and how they did things and that they were
So,
basically like.
I was trying to make a TikTok on this video. I mean, on this topic, but like it was just taking too much effort. So I gotta redo that. But so basically, Mischief is like, I'll tell people, Mischief is a company that's literally Lil Nas X. They're just a troll. I'm not sure if they go like by a marketing group or a creative group. I'm not sure what their actual title is. But just to give you some backstory, B already knows, so I'll just tell you and the viewers, of course. Mischief started off like marketing. They made shoes like this already. They have the devil shoes and they also have the Jesus shoes. The Jesus shoes was like the polar opposites. They were white and blue, 97s, with holy water in them. Just what they do. They do what they want, how they want. That's their motto. And so they made an Instagram as well called Death of the Influencer. It gained over 1 million followers, posting regular people. And what I mean by regular people is that you can go to their Instagram, text a number in their bio, and send in a picture, and they post it. Gained 1 million followers. So to me, with the collab of the Lil Nas X and Mischief, it was just two trolls coming together to say, yeah, we can do what we want. You know what I mean? I told Mo, this is a theory of mine, that there's just no way Mischief and Lil Nas X didn't think Nike would like get onto this because of the climate that we're in, where even smaller people than them are getting like lawsuits for custom shoes. So I just feel like it's one of those moments where you just gotta read the room. I personally think it still benefited all parties, because I think like with, you know, controversy comes more sales.
Yep.
So I was just like, yo, it'd be crazy if Mischief never really planned on shipping all these shoes anyway, because I would hope is in their contract that they get in some type of percentage of Lil Nas X likeness, because that Satan shoe now is iconic. Now, it's just so crazy to think about Lil Nas X Old Town Road now iconic for a Satan shoe. But like, I just felt like his likeness just flew up. His streams just flew up. Not saying that it wasn't already doing well, but yeah, that's the backstory between Mischiefs. And I just feel like my personal opinion on the video and Lil Nas X as a person, I hate it. Like, I really do. I just feel like it's just racism all over again. Like, I thought Odd Future went through this so Lil Nas X could like sprint through like Frank Ocean's and the Odd Future members, like creativity, like expressing themselves however they chose to, and became successful off of it. And I do have to sometimes sit back and understand that Lil Nas X is not the same demographic as the Odd Futures. You feel me? He's a lot bigger than the Odd Future. So it's like he's taking more backlash. But at the same time, no one gave backlash to Billie Eilish. You feel me? Her whole last project was Devil Come Fuck Me, basically. Like, that's me being joking. I love Billie Eilish. But yeah, like, it was just like, it was dark as fuck.
The connection that people brought up between her and him was that video for All Bad Girls Go to Hell, whatever it was, where she had like the black wings.
Yeah, and like,
you know, all
and
that
to me,
stuff.
it's broad day racism. Like, she's white and she's making it look cool and marketable. And I told one of my friends, I'm like, it's the fact that he's a male and he's a black male at that. If it was a woman in general, we'll be a little lenient. White woman, you're good. Black woman, I still think if Nicki Minaj would have done a video like that, she would have got some backlash for it. Because, I mean, bro, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B got backlash for fucking WAP, bro. What the fuck? We're in 2021, and they rap about what you want. Like, come on. When is it we can get to the point where you're an artist? Now it's different if it's causing issues. You know what I mean? People are fighting or people are losing. I'm not talking about that. But if you're truly expressing yourself, your artistic ability to do so, like, why is this an issue? You feel me? And I don't care for the Lil Nas X thing. I really don't. Like, that's how he wants to express them. I'm taking everything off for you because whoever wants to come after you now should have it easier. But I'm not seeing that. I'm really not, because I just feel like, what was the purpose of the Frank Ocean era? What was the purpose of Tyler, the Creator? What was the fucking purpose of Billie Eilish? And they're in the same era. Like, so I'm just like, this. It's not fair. It's really not fair.
I would say that from like criticisms that I've heard, I haven't seen the Billie Eilish video, but from what I've heard about Lil Nas X is that because he was so blatant with what came out with the video and with the shoe, that's why there's more criticism, I would say, because of how like blasphemous it was, and people didn't like that, and like it was just like him like basically saying, you know, I'm going to hell anyway because I'm gay, and like and you know, I'm just gonna just do what I want to do now.
Hold on. Y'all can continue talking. I'm just gonna read off some Billie Eilish song titles and like come hold on.
I don't know.
And the thing
I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm just saying that that's what I've heard about Lil Nas X. That's why people don't like it.
And the thing with the Billie Eilish video was that it wasn't the same thing. Like that's I guess what I will say if I was playing devil's advocate or whatever.
This is titles of the songs. You should see me in a crown. All good girls go to heaven. I wish you were gay. What the fuck? I wish you were gay is acceptable, but a black male can't tell you in a video that he's gay? What? And I wish you were gay can chart? Bro, you're telling 14-year-old girls to click a song that says I wish you were gay. Come the fuck on. That makes I'm sorry. No. Like, that makes no sense.
I definitely understand. I mean, Lil Nas X, from the moment he came out, you know, was getting backlash just for being gay.
Exactly.
And now you're adding gay with religion, and I getting all the fucking random incest people at church, you know, talking about him crazy.
Random incest
Yeah.
people.
You know, and
they've been going super hard.
and that's the thing. Like even with the WAP video, it's just a particular kind of person. Like to me, it's either white people or coons. No offense, or no offense, because I'm just
Coons.
like I hadn't even seen the video. I didn't care to. I like the song, and every time I was like, oh, video. I was like, I don't know what to like. There's nothing to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the crazy part, because when I heard the snippet of the song, I was just like, okay, I don't really care about this. But then I heard like the full song, just this is kind of
Yeah,
nice.
I like
And
this
it's just
song.
like the video isn't my cup of tea, but it's just like I'm not about to kill him for it.
I
that's
mean,
why he is. That's what
It's
he's
kind of a thing, just like,
doing, I
and like
guess.
I get with art, it's meant to be interpreted and it's kind of meant to be opinionated on, but at the same time, it's like where your opinion stemmed from. Like it's not like you're not critiquing the art, you're critiquing the artist. You
And
know.
I feel like his biggest downfall, which if I had to pick give them a point, is that his fan base was purely kids.
I would say that too.
Like,
And
like I
that's-
was saying, that's what I was about to say. Like, if I was playing devil's advocate,
Yeah.
his fan base is kids, and that video was like very graphic. Sure, yeah, that's a good word.
But let's be honest, Old Town Road was the only kiddish song. Like post Old Town
Yeah.
Road, he changed his music
I mean,
drastically.
I mean, you're right, but there wasn't really a lot of video. Like there was Old Time Road, then there was Panini, then there was like Holiday. You know, was when the videos.
But was kids singing Panini? Was King singing?
I
Was
was singing
kids?
Panini.
Kids.
I'm
You're
a
not a kid.
kid.
Was kids singing Holiday? Only thing I feel like he's being blamed for in a way where we're kind of saying is that he didn't give the public, not himself, the public enough time to change.
Yeah, I mean, like he didn't do, which I definitely appreciate, because to me it's a marketing thing now. Like that whole, this is my transitional album where I'm growing, kind of like what fucking like Chloe and
Yeah, I mean,
Halle.
yeah.
yeah, Halle, yeah. Like to me, but at the same time, it's just like, but also to me that was different because they were just women, you know, they were black young girls, and then now they're being more like getting into like their womanhood. It's kind of people took that album,
Yeah.
you know, no more guitar strings. It's like, you know.
I would say,
you know,
I would say though, like if it was any other artist, I think they would still have a black backlash, even though if they put out that same type of video. I think
If you're saying if it was a male or woman, because I feel like or a man or woman, I should say.
like for instance, like when Rihanna was getting into her darkish era, people were getting on to her.
Yeah, for fucking S&M. I remember people.
Yeah, it's
went
like
crazy on
once
that
you start
video.
getting into like that, people think it's like demonic or
like
or,
raunchy or
So
something.
Yeah.
I could understand Rihanna taking that backlash for the time that we were in, bro. If you wore red, you were going to hell. All 2000 to 2008, damn near. When Kanye got up on that stage and hit the ding with the all red suit, we're all like, no, we're going to hell if we listen. Okay, so I
People
understand.
kill Kanye for Yeezus. Like just
Like I understand that era, but that's what I'm saying. Why is Rihanna getting bashed for that if Lil Nas X can't do anything? Why is Kanye like? Why, are we really progressing?
Well, I think
no.
I don't want to say no,
No.
but I definitely don't. I kind of think when it comes to fights like that, it's ongoing. You know, like and at the same time, he hasn't had the same come up as other artists have. You know, because like I don't think he's no plant, but no, like he has like Odd Future did not have that type of like money backing. Maybe he was a plant. Who the fuck cares? I don't care, honestly. But now like he has money because to me like Odd Future's video, like I remember I was like in middle school. I was like, oh my god, he's eating a fucking bug. Let's not and that was crazy.
I don't even know why that was crazy.
I
I didn't
can't-
like the video, but I don't know why.
I can't even
Oh,
imagine.
this nigga's eating a bug. Oh my
You
god.
know, me being in that era and just having this very well done video of him stripping down to hell, you know? And
The reason
that shit was just
The
wild,
reason what I'm
right?
saying what I'm saying is because like I get what she's saying. It's not like one person does it, so now we're all free. She's saying it has to like keep coming, and we start getting more and more used to it. But to your point, and kind of what Mari said in the previous episode, is like 10 years worth of stuff is like maybe 2 years now.
yeah.
And to your point, you're saying like Lil Nas X didn't have that time to grow. Can't really compare to Rihanna or our futures because he kind of blew up, and now he just letting it rip.
Yeah.
And I think that's everybody though.
Yeah, but then it's also who he is. He is a black, young, gay.
And that's what I'm really getting at.
That's literally it. Like
Yeah.
to me, if it was anybody else who
It'd be
wasn't gay, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Not even gay. If he wasn't, to me, purely if he wasn't black, it could have been any white male or female, and it would have been okay. I promise it would have been okay. I would like to bet on it actually. I would like let another star follow him, bro.
To me, the part that got the most heat was when he was, giving Satan like a lap dance. You know,
Bro,
Yeah.
if it was
And
any
that was-
The most
Yeah.
heat.
if it was, wow. If it was any white woman, I swear to God, I swear kids, all that would love it. Oh my God, that was so raunchy. That was so on the edge. Like if Billie Eilish would have done that, they're like, oh my God, she's so comfortable in her skin. I can see it now.
But honestly, when I think about Lil Nas X and kind of think about it, take a step back and look at it from a different perspective, I would have to say that I kind of have like a lot of respect for him and like what he's doing, because I feel like he understands a lot of this that we're saying, and I think that and maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but I feel like he might be pushing this boundary to kind of like set those standards for the future. Honestly, like I can see it.
He is, only because when I've read interviews and when he's had this song since a year ago, and he said like he really had to like it was a struggle for him to like put it out like he. Same thing when he came out, like he knows what to expect with it, and to me, even with this, I would never expected this. Like to me, I think he expected a backlash, but I don't think he expected all this, And on top of that, to top it all off, the FK Twigs, people were like, yeah, you really legit copied my video, So that was a whole nother like sidebar heat that this 22-year-old man has to deal with.
Yeah.
On top of the blatant, probably racist comments, homophobic comments, double down with now like you're a plagiarist, and I'm just like I can't even imagine just scrolling through. Like, I mean, he's really thriving with all this stuff. Congratulations.
I definitely feel like he's really, and I kind of like said this in that episode that we talked about him the first time, was that I felt like he's really trying to like push a boundary, and maybe in that episode it was more so from like a negative perspective, but when you really like look at it, I feel like maybe he doesn't even realize that he's doing this, or maybe he's doing it.
That's the whole take I was about to take.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like if he does, he might be able to realize like, yeah, I'm pushing this boundary, and it's gonna make a difference.
But what's like pushing the boundary like to what end though? Because like if I think about like a Frank Ocean versus Lil Nas X, like Frank Ocean is gay or bisexual at the time when he came out, but it's like his art spoke for himself, I would say, in a way that he didn't have to be super sensational to get people to respect him and his music.
But at the same time, like even when Frank Ocean came out as gay, he's still in a niche. Lil Nas X is top line. He's a worldwide artist. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And for him to do that, it kind of opens the door for someone. And yeah, like cool. It's like you could look at it and say it's sensationalist or whatever, but someone can come in and not be as sensationalist now, and it can be okay.
Because they're gay, or because of what? Like you saying he's pushing a boundary for other gay artists to come out? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, black male gay artists specifically.
Well, and I will say flamboyant black male, because like Frank Ocean, yeah, we seen him, as Birthday Party wearing the fucking glitter tights and everything, but like music wise, like how he presents himself in like the media, he's a very like. Not bland, but very very simple. He's not walking around or talking crazy or anything like that. And so and to me that's kind of another thing. It's one thing he said he was gay and just made like Old Town Road music. Now he's saying that he's gay and he is like just yelling it at you. Like with every video, with every picture, with every song. It's like you're gonna get this gay. Like that's kind of how I see it. I'm just like,
and that's why I feel so bad for his career, because that's why I don't see it lasting long. It kind of what you're saying about Frank and what you were kind of getting at. That's kind of what kept Frank's artistry. And with the hat off to Frank and Lil Nas X, I can't say his career won't last long. I just hope it doesn't become a Logic of sorts, and by Logic I mean like the black and white situation where he's fighting for that, and then now Lil Nas X is fighting for gay black people or gay black male artists. You feel me? And I feel like I don't know. It's just so weird with him. It's like you don't know when he's serious a lot of times. And so it's like, because I think the man is the most hilarious person to touch Twitter. Okay, so I go to his Twitter all the time, especially when I'm sad or whatever. I'll just scroll. I know I'm gonna leave that bitch happy as fuck. So hats off to him for that as well. But I just hate how like things happen so fast, and this kind of just last episode we related to as well. that they're thrown to the stardom, kind of would be saying this man is 22, I'm not sure, maybe 23 or whatever, and it's like, I think he knew he was gonna get backlash, but not to this degree.
Yeah.
Like, this degree is just completely unnecessary. The shoe, there's no way he didn't think that though, but whatever. But at the end of the day,
Shoe
I
aside,
don't think he looked at it, and that's why I was kind of like disagreeing with Mars as like, I'm dropping this song to push the agenda for gay black people. I don't think that was the
I
thing
was about
there.
to say that
I
too.
think this was like more of kind of what B was saying. I think was like these are the necessary steps I'm gonna take to let you guys accept me for who I am.
I mean, I said I might have been giving him too much credit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but to me, like, all because a boundary's still being pushed, and but at the same time, I think because one thing they comment a lot about him is that he was raised in this era of the critiques and like like he was fucking Nicki Minaj stan at first, it's like he knows how to clap back, he knows how to take it, and I think that's definitely helping him. Kind of back to the argument of just like people on like a pedestal and being criticized. I'm just like he's handling it extremely well,
And to us,
you
though.
know.
Yeah.
To us, because we won't know what backlash is to him until that next song drops. And I hate that we keep referring to this last episode, but like basically to me, I just hate my whole thing with celebrities, influence, whatever you want to call yourself, is the moment the public deems your thing or whatever you do as a mistake. Yeah, we may just be publicly stating our opinion, but that affects their pockets. That affects them being able to eat at this table or have their family eat. You feel me? Yeah, we know Lil Nas X is fine. Yeah, we know the criticism is going to probably help the streams. But do we know what we're saying will affect them being a headliner at Coachella or something? Or Rolling Loud?
the
Or this and the
lasting
third?
impact.
Like, it's the lasting thing now. It's like, yeah, you're that gay dude. Not Old Town Road no more. You're that gay dude that took all the criticism. You feel me? And that hurts as a brand. And so that's why I'm like, damn, that really fucking sucks. Because to me, the marketing was genius. It was a big ass troll, and it was something that we like. But that's, I don't know.
And then to the point you just said, like, we don't know what he wants his brand to be. You know, like I could imagine if I've seen the holiday video, and then even like before he put out music again, he is somebody that I can imagine him like, I'm trying to just do whatever the fuck I want, and I just want to just. I mean, yeah, like I think he has a good team that will let him execute his ideas. Because to me, like, there's no way that video wasn't approved like 10,000 times.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, what I see Lil Nas X being is the modern day Lady Gaga meets Nicki Minaj. That's after I seen the holiday video. I'm like, okay, he's pop, and he's gonna give you him in all shapes and form, and clearly he has a budget of his lifetime. But to me, what B is saying as well, I like. What if now, I'm not sure who he signed to, is like, okay, you have to tone it down after that music video. We're not going to give you that same, but like those type of things is going to happen, but could happen.
Yeah, I was about
just because of how people acted to it, which I don't think is fair, because it's like B saying this is him kind of giving you pieces of him, because I'm not sure if B even knows that, but the song has been in works for a year because he changed it that many times. Like, I like the original version of the song. And he even tweeted again. He was like, "It's crazy how long I worked on this. I was so scared, blah, blah, blah." I remember him showing a lot of previews of different songs that I like, which probably changed a billion times by now. And so I think what B is saying, he got that comfortable now to the point where he's like, you know what? This is what it is. You feel me?
Yeah. Do you feel like what he's doing right now is like trying to propel him forward? Because I was thinking about, like, how like Miley Cyrus switched up her whole thing and became like super controversial, and it kind of pushed her into a different level of celebrity.
And then she scaled back.
Exactly. So I feel like I wonder if he's gonna do the same thing. Like, okay, I'm gonna push this out, and then I'm gonna actually show you who I am.
It's hard for him because, like, once again, he's black.
And he's newer than Miley Cyrus was when she did that.
Yeah, like, to me, if you look at him, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I feel we can't really compare him to any artist, because I thought the same thing, and with Lady Gaga, but like, this is a totally different, like, look, like aesthetically wise and everything. Like, we've never had a black male pop star. Well, like, there has been some, I think, maybe like Prince.
Flamboyant.
Was Prince gay? No, I don't think he was gay.
He wasn't gay.
Okay, yeah. See, exactly. So yeah, I don't know any. That's why I'm just like, everything that we're talking about, we're talking like this is the first of his whatever he's doing.
To you guys, I listen to a lot of gay pop artists, rappers,
Big
and
ones?
everything.
This
Yeah,
big?
like the reason why I'm saying, back to Mars's point, all the artists that I will put with him are in a niche. He's different because his music is being pushed to the masses. But you guys bring up great points. I do think it will started to get scaled back post this. I hate that, but I think after this, we will see what the white man has planned for him. because that's all it boils down to. Like,
man.
for real, how much was he signed for? If he was signed for a
no, you're
$10
right.
million, $20 million, whatever $1 million contract, and he's not making that back, or they don't see it feasible because he's being so flamboyantly gay, he will get scaled back. You feel me? And that's the pressure that he has to be dealt with now because he's deemed a pop star. And I feel like it's not fair for him because I always made the argument that pop stars are like the less, I'm not gonna say less emotional, but like the robotics and like the robot of the music industry. Because to me, they show them their real selves post music. I never liked that. Miley Cyrus, to me, you figured out about her craziness and all that post her being pop. When she had her little black phase and then kind of got scaled back, we were like, okay, that's the real you, bitch. We know that's the real you. You feel me? The Lady Gaga movie, right? With who was in it?
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, bro, I would have never thought that about her, bro.
Yeah.
All the shit she went through.
She's a good ass
Like,
actress. I mean, she's
yeah.
done stuff before that.
But
But,
and I'm like, bro, I would have never thought that. Even like B really informed me. God, I don't really care, but more about Taylor Swift. I would never even thought, bro. They real life go through shit too, but a pop person's image is not that. And I feel like kind of this is somewhat what B is saying too. Is like he has to battle being a pop star, has to battle being black, whatever he's dealt with, signed for, all that. And so if I'm like, it's gonna be extremely hard for him because he's not a rapper. He's not a indie singer. He's a pop star. And you're not, to me, you can tell me if I'm wrong, they're not really supposed to go through backlash and struggles. You're just supposed to make good music and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I disagree. I love pop stars.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I will say, like, I think about the early 2000s when those pop stars like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, the Simpson Girls, like, literally Britney Spears saying I'm a woman song got backlash. You know what I'm saying? So to me, pop stars kind of, in my opinion, go through the ringer more than anybody because they're pushed with this perfect aesthetics. So when they do get critiqued, that's when they can start to branch out. You know, it's like that first controversy to me gives them freedom.
Yeah, I see. I think you're looking at it as a positive, when in reality is a negative, because post that pop star, they're off their own money. And I think you can, like, if you look into that, like any pop star that starts making music they like, this is me now. This is all my production.
I mean,
but if I'm saying it's kind of going on a limb on themselves though. That backing, that's what I'm saying. So if we look at Lil Nas X in that same light, post this, we're just assuming that it's that bad. It's probably, I hope it's not. If it is that bad, it'll be on him on his own limb, his own money now, his own accord. So I just feel like that's not fair. So what she just said, they're looked at in this perfect light. They do have their own backlash, and I think I agree with that statement as well. Like since they're looked at like this, it's harder, and they go through a lot more. But chances are their string is short. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but
like,
with that being said, like Lil Nas X kind of came into this with backlash. Like his big break was getting put off the country charts.
Not see.
It wasn't negative on him personally, but it was he went in like controversial, you know.
See, and that I wouldn't call that backlash. I might call it controversial, but I wouldn't call it backlash just because like nobody was like against him. It's kind of hard. It's kind of a hard line right there. Go ahead, say what you was gonna say.
I think. Let's just start saying I love this man. I think we all love this man. I just feel like we're going so hard on like his image and him. We don't really know him too well, but yeah, we love this man, right? Everything that you can use like on like a positive for him can be used negatively. So we gave him all this support, which I feel like this is why he's taking this backlash with this, is because black people came to his rescue. You say it like you was on these country charts. We said, man, fuck that. We're streaming this shit every day, everywhere we go. We're gonna get you on some goddamn charts, and white people had no choice. Now those same black people that was on your side aren't on your side because like you're not the same old town fucker. What the fuck is this?
Oh, he is the same old town fucker.
You feel me? And so that's the problem with being a pop star is because you were just thrown to the masses instead of the crowd that you would want to keep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like it's kind of hard for him because it's just so fast. You went from SoundCloud to now topping charts and albums and take care of Little Molly and taking care of fucking Josh and shit. Like all these different people we gotta care about. Like it's really tough.
Yeah, those same people that were all the same like artists that would support him is just like, hey, you're bad for my kids now.
Yeah, like, bro,
You know?
fucking Nick Young, Swaggy P coming out. I'm like,
bro.
what the fuck? You told people to do coke. Shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Did tell people to do coke. I forgot
I'm
about that.
fairly optimistic about his career and his future because at the end of the day, as long as you're liked, and to me, I think he's liked in general. You know, in my opinion, these controversies, really something like this critique is all because it's because of religion and him being gay. And those are two things that in society today, those are things that like we don't look down upon. Like we look down upon you for being gay. Well, not like you know. Yeah. And then also religion, you know, religion get knocked down every single fucking day. You know, when I tell people that I'm Catholic, the first thing is like, oh, your priest is a rapist. You know, because that's what Catholicism is. So it's like no one really cares. And on top of that, he's young. He's marketed towards our age, and so to me, it's like the parents may not like him, but the kids do.
See,
and
I don't know if we can say he's marketed to our age yet. I think he's getting there, but I don't know if we can say that yet. Because we gotta look at him for his first project, and that's kind of the whole backlash. Like that first project's biggest thing was Old Time Road. Like I said, I want to agree with you. Like I want him to have a successful career. I want him to break all these goddamn doors. But I just feel like it's gonna boil back to our earlier topic. He might do that on a smaller scale now, not the popular scale. Yeah, and then we might have to have another person kind of do everything again. You feel me? So
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Once again, I'm wishing him the best. Though.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we don't know what his goal was with this. To me, this was never what he expected.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's just so fast.
And so to me, I think the fact that he's even in this position to get critiqued this big is really saying something to his stardom.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, just like how he's been a topic of conversation. When did that song come out? Like last week?
I think 2 weeks now.
Maybe 2 weeks.
I think 2 weeks now.
He's been a topic of conversation every day, all day since that video came out.
I don't think nothing is musically. Y'all can take me wrong. I don't think nothing's broken music like this in a while. Like you might give an album or WAP was a couple of days, but not 2 weeks.
You broke the world. Like, literally, like the internet. People like in church are preaching about.
I think the last person to do this was God's Plan.
Crazy.
I think God's Plan was the last thing to do this. You know, y'all might be able to testify or not.
I mean, I agree with you on WAP though. I agree with you on the WAP part.
No, but WAP was a couple of days.
I don't know. No, WAP was long. WAP was only a couple of days.
So WAP to me went through phases.
I wouldn't even say God's Plan hit this level. Like I can't even think about it.
It wasn't negative. Like I feel like nothing positive gets big like that.
What I mean
it had the positive and it had like the perfect mixture for this one.
I get what y'all are saying. Like negativity does sell and it goes on longer. What I'm saying is that broke it this big and still lingered. To me, God's Plan still lingered. Like charts, numbers, videos. WAP to me just kept staying negative. Like it was just like that bullshit. The masses, as in who it was sold to, still loved it, and I still love that fucking sample. You feel me? We still play the motherfucker. But to me, Lil Nas X is going through phases. Like you got, like she said, your coons is then a third, and you got supportives, then you got this. Like every day is a new take. Yeah. Now it's really honest. It might be somebody else tomorrow. So that's what I meant by that. Like, to me, he's staying relevant of the same song, but different supporting cast every couple of days. And that's what I meant by God's Plan. Like, God's Plan went through, like, the Drake got to give money away to stay on the records. And I wonder who wrote this. Next. I mean, he gave away thousands of dollars. Next. Like, that's what I meant.
I can imagine him playing this live for the first time and starting all over again.
Yeah, see, I can't think of a song that went that big in a while because it's going to go through phases. That's all I'm trying to say. Because we can't even tour right now. Imagine when that happens. It's like, you remember that old Devilish song? You feel me? It might chart again because of that. You know what I mean? You just never know. It's going to go through its phases.
It definitely will. Like, if it gets brought up again in any kind of way, like, it's going to stay alive because of that sound on TikTok, too. Yeah. Like, people are using that. I see 10 videos a day with that sound. Like, where you're not really on TikTok, right? Unfortunately.
But she gets the gist.
You know it.
She gets the gist. Like, the people just using her sound.
Yeah, I think I heard it. Is it the sound when he's like the Call My Name was kind of like echoed? It's like an echo sound?
It fades in and it fades out because he's like sliding past someone going his way down.
Yeah. When he was just like, dude made a TikTok. He was like, he was talking to Jesus basically. Yeah. And he was just like, who's your favorite artist? He was like, and then the song came on. He was like, Lizzo, because they faded down. And he was just like, yeah, Lizzo. I'm weak, but yeah, man, I just wish the best for him. Like, I just hate people that go through all this and then we watch it happen again. Like, I just feel like that's so dumb. Yeah, like that's just not fair to me. So
we're gonna keep on watching shit like that happens until it's gonna be way after we leave when something like this is just gonna be like okay or accepted or whatever you want to call it. Like,
and then to me it's like you wonder why people, not saying it's like it's cool or nothing like that, but you wonder why people go to the extent of the drugs and they can't take life no more. They can't. It's like, bro, yeah, they asked to make music, but they didn't ask for a 65-year-old and to be telling them that they're the devil's spawn. Like, what the fuck? Like, how much do you think a person can really take? Don't take away the money, cars, all that. Like, at the end of the day, this nigga is human. Taylor Swift is human. Lady Gaga is human. Kanye, like, you feel me? How much do you really think they could take? And I just feel like now we're making stars younger than ever. I know we used to push child stars and like that, but to me, child stars like broke off. You know what I mean? And then they became drug addicts for obvious reasons. You know what I'm talking about right now. But now we're taking a 19-year-old. I think that's when he made that song.
I think so. Yeah.
That is arguable industry plan or not. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Zero plays, living at his home with his mom, to 1 million, to traveling the world, to now you are every little kid's idol. I mean, goddamn, just 2 months ago, I was struggling how to learn logic. You feel me? Like, and that's why I feel like it's a major difference in a lot of industry things today, because before you were able to kind of groom. Now, depending on that grooming, depending on how you came out as an artist, like, people always like to criticize Lil Wayne for grooming all the Young Money artists to basically be predators because they was fucking everything and anything, because that's what Lil Wayne was saying. Of course, we know what's right from wrong, and I hope they do as well. But it was like, if you watch old Lil Wayne interviews, he's telling Lil Twist like, "Oh, you better fuck her." Lil Twist like 14, fucking a 22-year-old. You feel me? That time he was being groomed by someone that we deemed as the best person in the world. But now to me, it's no grooming. It's you're 19, you just got a big song, you better be ready.
Yeah, that's true.
You feel me? So, it's pros and cons to everything. You feel me?
But like, even the term groom just sounds so like negative. Like,
just like there's pros and cons to it, because like there's so many stories of like those younger artists getting groomed and just like the damage that done. Like B2K or the other one, it was one of them where
Pretty Ricky or the B2K.
It wasn't Pretty Ricky.
It was B2K.
It was who's in B2K? Was there a little guy?
Just a little guy.
No.
B2K.
Is that a fucking
It was like
Lil Fizz.
Yeah, Omarion and them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was B2K.
I was
B2K.
living hip hop.
That was
Yeah.
B2K.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they were groomed, and I don't know if it was Lil Fizz. It was one of them that came back out and said like, "Hey, I was."
It was
assaulted.
his face.
Yeah.
I was being
Raspy.
being sexually assaulted the whole time, and
Yep.
it's just like you might get groomed to be a star, but there's damages to go.
I mean,
there's pros and cons.
Yeah,
to
because even
both
like
of it.
Aaliyah was heavily groomed.
Yeah.
by-
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't even want to talk about that.
I
That's
know.
drastic. We gotta leave off on
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
to me the word isn't groomed, but I do think you, in any career that you go into, you need somebody that had
Guidance.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
guidance.
and you would think that's the thing, but it's not in music, because everyone's like, I don't know him, or this is fake, or this is like the same reason why we're criticizing someone is the reson why they want to just stay where they're at and mind their own business.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like to me, this is a great example. When Usher and Timberlake, right?
Yeah, we're fighting over Justin
We're fighting
Bieber.
over Justin Bieber, right? And Timberlake ended up winning, correct? Or was it
No,
Usher?
no,
Usher
Usher.
ended up winning,
Yeah.
right? My fault. I think we'll have a whole different Justin
I agree.
if Justin. Wow.
Yeah.
But if he would have won, you feel me?
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been. I don't think he would have went through that back phase. I don't even think
Or
he.
that one less lonely.
Yeah, it would have been a whole different. It would have been a whole different Justin.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Wow.
you feel me? So it's just like, some ways you are grateful for your grooming and your helping hand, whatever you want to call it. But then now I feel like we're in such a race as to everybody's trying to find something new and then get you out there
Yeah.
and expect you to be able to take it. And kind of what Mark was saying last episode, with businesses and branding, you're supposed to have human resources or
I
therapists and
didn't
all
hear
that.
this
But,
last episode.
but we covered so much like this, like essentially, like we just wasn't going into great detail.
Honestly, on this topic, I think it's so crazy how the hood does it best. Where like you get like all the hood rappers always coming up, and we talked about how it's to their detriment.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like like for specifically, let's say like a
Baby
Thug
Thug.
with Baby,
Yeah.
like Thug saying, "Nah, I'm gonna pay you to be in the studio, and you just gonna rap."
Yeah.
And that's it. And Baby just rapped, and look where he is today. He's doing good. He's doing well. There wasn't. It was guidance into a better direction.
Yeah.
You know what
Somewhat,
I mean?
but yeah.
Somewhat, yeah. But still, like, they kind of.
It gave you something to look forward to in a positive light.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah,
I mean,
but honestly, I guess we're gonna think about what if, like, he could pay them to do anything then.
that's what I said. I was gonna jump into that.
true.
Like, not even pay him to do anything. In those cases, like, which we don't talk about much because no need to. Yeah, Thug was giving him money to be in the sessions and stuff like that, but Baby was still running these fucking streets. You feel me? Gunna and all these rappers that we know was still running these. They still run these streets. If they're smart, they're not. But chances are, I always tell people as a celebrity, as a superstar, really athletes, they never leave where they come from. And that's kind of what Mara is saying to their detriment. But at the same time, they're hanging around the same people that are expecting the same thing from them. So it's not like Lil Nas X is hanging with X, Y, and Z that's keeping him balanced. I hope he is, but chances are it's kind of hard when now you're being made like, now you can't really hang with them right now because you got to be on the cover of this white magazine, or you can't, you know what I mean? We're somewhat breaking those barriers, but not really. Versus a Lil Baby can have Thug, can have a random in there, bro. Thug made YSL a thing. Those are still random people that the world just love because it's Thug. Like, those are random people. But we're like, oh, you YSL? Fuck it, you win, you good. You YSL, you good. Yeah. But like he said, it's kind of like that's a streets approach. It's not really a.
Yeah, because if they don't fuck with YSL, then it's like.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
Shit get ugly quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I mean, hey. You gotta get it.
It goes both ways. I feel like this influencer topic, this celebrity, whatever you want to call yourself, like B said at the beginning, there's a lot of things that you got to handle. There's pros and cons. But I'm just ending with, like, I just hate how our public perception can sway so much for a person that we won't even know. Like, my comment of saying, damn, I hate that skirt, may have just thrown off this man's next collection. Like, you feel me? Like, that's really crazy to think. We're at those times.
Yeah.
Like, let's say that
that's
public
social media.
opinion is changing
It's
the
law
world.
now.
Yeah, like,
it really is.
And people are fickle, so it's always gonna keep on changing, and it's never gonna be fair, never gonna be right.
To me personally, if Kanye was a pop star, right, and went through the phases of fashion that he did, I don't think it would be as big.
I wouldn't say. I mean, Rihanna went through phases of fashion. I mean, she has eras for her fashion.
Stick with the fact that he was a man, straight man, wearing skirts and dresses and all that. Yeah, no. If Lil Nas X is facing this for stripping on a pole, you think he would have survived being a pop star with doing that?
Huh?
All right, let's give a little backstory here. Kanye took a lot of backlash.
No. I get that, but like, I didn't know you were talking about you're talking about how they look. I just thought you meant like if Kanye was Kanye, and to me.
No. That's what I'm saying. Take away Kanye. I'm saying if Kanye was a pop star, like, it still went through his dressing. I don't think it'd be as big as what I'm saying. Like, or even if, to your point, if Frank were a little bit more flamboyant at the beginning, would it still be the same? You feel me? So
I feel like that's an example that makes.
That's a better example, yeah, because I don't think he would have had so many black fans, honestly, if he was flamboyant.
You won't be able to know. But like, to me, I just feel like we can't just say like everything's a domino effect. But I'm just like, to watch personally, be able to watch Frank Ocean grow and I guess express himself in the way that he would like to. Kanye, all these people, Rihanna, pop stars, whoever you want to name. And then to still be able to look on TV and see a black man being crucified for expressing himself. Like, I listen to Kevin Abstract all the time, and he expresses how gay he is in every chance he fucking gets. And I still listen. I don't care. But to B's point, we are becoming the masses, yes, but we're not becoming the people that are paying them. That's you feel me? Yeah. So the public perception is still a thing, and that's kind of where me and Mars was coming from with the Quavo thing. Yes, we may look at it as nothing now, but the next thing, what is that? You feel me? And it could still be like a narrative being written or not being written. But we already know in all cases, in all scenarios, the male is who's going to be deemed wrong. So it's just scary to think how much you could just end someone's career off of a tweet or a like or whatever you seem to do. Like, it's just really scary.
Listen, man, Black Mirror told us all this. we paid attention. The writing was on the wall.
Yeah, man.
They knew.
That shit is just wild. I told B, we had a discussion about like the fucking playlisting and algorithm. Like, Tory Lanez is charting on Apple Music but not charting on Spotify. Like, shit like that.
Showing up on Spotify, really.
Like, shit like that is like, I don't even know if they're gonna go to court anymore. Like, I don't even know what's really going on.
Court cases take a long time.
I'm not sure what the fuck is going on.
This has been a long, long time though, and like for everyone who was saying, well, not even just everyone, but like even Megan was saying, like, yeah, everything's about to come to light. Where the light at? Like, where's the light at? Like,
and
this
so
was This was summer, like last year, was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it has been a while. And
about to be a
no,
year.
no progress. Like, and yeah, court cases do take a long time, but no progress. Like, I haven't heard a damn thing about a court file since right after it happened.
There was 2 things that happened right after it happened. I don't want to talk about topic too much because I don't remember like dates and stuff. But I remember talking to B and something else what was like being triggered to happen.
Yeah.
I told B that was gonna be the time period where we figure out what really happened because they were both like, yeah, the light's gonna come out. Tori was like, yeah, you gonna find out what the real light is. Blah 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 blah. Right? They were both seeming so confident that they were both fine and nothing is coming out. To me, that lets me know that either they were equally both in the wrong or not trying to just play, the male side. I told B to me, and you can see if I'm wrong or right, that if Megan was in the wrong, it would just fade away. If she was in the right, he would get canceled. And I think I was still right, but whatever. I feel like if she was in the right, the court case would have happened, the video would have leaked, the this, that, and the third. I'm not saying that she did anything to cause her to get shot. That's not what I'm saying. But there's something going on or something happened to where she can't fully take this acceptance of being the right person.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I would agree with that.
So I feel like they rather just, or the white people or something, just to dead it. Because it can go either way. It's not going to just fully be Megan's side. You know what I mean? And they rather not. Come on, it's fucking Megan Thee Stallion. Why take that risk?
Yeah, they're not gonna let her go down right now.
Yeah.
We at this point, it's been so long since we've heard about it. We're probably not gonna hear about it until her career is ending.
Yeah, and
like
to B's point, we had this argument a lot. It's like, okay, yeah, she may have done something or something happened between them, but does that make it right for her to still get shot? And that's not what I agree with. But to me, from how music is being taken as celebrities and influencers, if something like that was to happen, bro, and it was cut clear or someone's in the right and wrong, just like that, bro. Like it to me, that would have happened faster than Chris. But it was just as big as Chris Brown. Goddamn. Like for us, because Chris Brown and Rihanna were kind of like big everywhere, so it was a little bit different. But for us, it was just as big. And for it just to fizzle out, that's fucking crazy. And she posted up with a new nigga, and he's still charting on Apple Music only. But like, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. That's all I gotta say.
That situation was definitely weird. Like how it just.
I mean, I heard it was for publicity as well.
Gone in the wind.
Nah, that wasn't good publicity if that was the case.
I don't know.
To me, the way I saw it, the whole situation was a very gendered opinion. Like honestly,
No,
I didn't meet a man that agreed with Meg wholeheartedly. I didn't meet a woman that agreed with Tori, except for the little pick-me's, but it's a different story. But yeah, like so I could imagine people playing his music out of spite, and vice versa. Yeah. So to me, I'm just like, I don't think they'll ever be canceled. I don't think anything's cancelable anymore. People get canceled and come back and with the deals and the this and the that.
Nah, he definitely got canceled. He definitely took some backlash.
He did, but he came back.
To me, ever since I saw what cancel can really do with the Harvey Weinstein and the Bill Cosby's and the fucking Kevin Spacey's, bro, he's not canceled. They're fine.
But to you though, hear me out.
Damn, to me.
Yeah, but hear me out. Tory Lanez just became independent. This hurts. If he was signed, it'd be different. They'll still try to push him on a couple. This is his own money we're talking about. So that's dramatic. That's the biggest you can do. And there's no bigger than that.
But I see what you mean, like he's not canceled.
No,
he's still.
Bro, name one time Tory Lanez has popped up on your timeline. Anytime he pops up on timeline, is a quote of Meg doing 100K plus. His tweets barely crack 5K.
In my defense, his tweets were never on my timeline. I don't follow that kind of people.
Fuck out of here.
That kind of people.
Bro, she's so I remember when Tory Lanez was the fucking butt of all jokes with his haircut. That's on everybody's timeline. Like,
okay, I'll give you that.
All right,
I'll give you that.
Okay. But those are things they're not gonna float around no more. And I be checking out a lot of shit, bro. Like I just look at numbers. Anytime he does number is someone quoting his tweets making fun of the Megan Thee Stallion situation. He barely cracks 5K. He barely cracks 10K. And to me, yeah, he's not like the fuck Tory Lanez, like, oh my god, you suck, or like, you know what I mean? Apple Music gonna do what they do. People can still do what they do. But in the position that he was in, they don't have to do that. They don't have to shame him because he's on his own. You don't have to do anything else. No white man have to pull him. Tory, you're independent. All right, whatever.
I mean, yeah. If anything, all people that were gonna sign him were like,
yeah, like, all right, cool.
And then to me, I'm just like, no matter the situation, you still shot somebody. So to me, I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see what happened.
He said he didn't do it. That was the argument.
That's the thing. I'm just like, I mean, I saw the foot, bro. That shit was shot.
Someone shot someone.
Yeah,
Are we wrong?
somebody.
Someone shot someone. And
Maybe
that
he did
someone
on
was Megan Thee
accident.
Stallion. That's all we fucking know. All I gotta say is, which I think is the biggest variable in this all, is that Kylie Jenner didn't say a damn thing. Like, bro, it was like she wasn't even there.
Honestly,
No, she wasn't in the car when it happened.
No, they were leaving her house.
I know,
Yeah.
but she wasn't there when the
that
incident
really might
occurred.
be why this hasn't gotten no
But
light.
That might be
Chris
why
done stepped
Kris
in
Jenner.
and said,
I told, that's what I told you. I'm like, bro, there's too many people to be involved in this story, not for anything to leak, which things did leak. Her stylist came out and said, like, that she's been wilding, she got drunk a lot and was extremely aggressive with Tory for a while, like, on some abusive shit. That's what the stylist was saying.
That's
That,
a little nigga.
I could
we,
see
we can't say that's
Get
true.
over here, Tory.
I'm one person that says I don't believe shit unless I was there, so I can't even say that was true. But all I'm saying is there is too many people involved in that story for that shit not to leak, bro. Too many.
I think
Like
we
just
discovered
something
it.
like you know what I
to
mean,
me, if it was Kylie, bro, it's a lot of white people. White people don't say nothing.
bro.
So
You're right.
Yeah.
to me, I bet they need their statements to like a no
Yeah,
statement.
I agree.
I got you, girl. Though. Pray for you. No
I
statement.
agree.
Though.
I agree in all cases. And bro, I don't even think we've seen Kylie and Megan be together since then.
Nope.
Have you?
Nah.
No.
It's just not happening.
No.
They ain't even been in the same state, I swear.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
So it's like-
nowhere near
covered
each
it up.
other.
swear Kris
I don't
Jenner
even
was-
want the truth to come out. I just want the parties to do their own thing. I wish the best for Tori and I wish the best for Meg.
I don't
Yeah.
care if
That's
this
it.
I
ever
think
goes
we
to
forgot.
court, but like at least like 5 years down the line, I want either like Tory to come out and say, "Yeah, I did that shit," or Meg to come out and say,
Nah, I'm
like,
straight.
Nah,
I'm
I
straight.
never. Like I just want to know. Like
I just feel like if that's the case, if I hear who's straight now, I have to pick a side, and I'm one person that unless I was there, because then 5 years from now, you're gonna hear all types of crazy stories. Oh yeah, she really had a fucking knife to my neck the whole. No, it's already been too late for me right now. Honestly, to me, when
it is, but I just want to hear the crazy story. Just oh, okay, cool.
no, I'm straight. I don't want this to happen to no woman, no male, no nothing, nobody. If he did that shit, I hope he gets what's coming to him. If he didn't do that shit, I hope Meg is okay and figures out what the fuck she got going on.
Let's
And-
say it gets coming to her. I'm like,
Nah, I mean, to me, the difference, and I'm not picking like women over male in this situation. The difference with her situation in this is that she never wanted to say anything until her team got involved. That's the only thing that's evident on both stories.
Yeah.
She was never gonna say anything until the team got involved. You feel me? So with that knowledge being told to me, I'm like, okay, well, she was under some type of impression that maybe this was a true accident, or maybe I don't know what was going on between her and Tori. It wasn't until other people told her something else. So that's why I'm saying, like, if I had to be on a side, it might be hers, because she, I think, evaluated the situation already, and then someone else or a team was like, that's not what's gonna go down because it might not fit you as a brand. But her herself may have been fine with whatever transpired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I don't really want to hear stories years from now because I don't know what's gonna be the truth, or even in court, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's
I mean, if we go to court, I want to hear that because then that has to be the truth. Or you gotta go to jail.
it doesn't. Come on, bro. It
I
doesn't
mean,
have
the
to
whole
be the
Bible
truth.
thing,
Don't-
bro.
don't-
The whole Bible.
Raise your right hand and
I'm
repeat
off
after
it.
me.
I'm off it. This episode is over.
The whole Bible thing. Oh,
The
okay.
whole Bible thing, and that is the name of this episode.
Yeah,
the
I
whole
know.
Bible thing.
Great.
Like,
Man, we don't. I thought you was hungry. You went up a storm. We done talked for an hour and a half now.
yeah, I was just going with the flow. They want to kill the
It was
episode.
adrenaline.
Huh?
No, I
Adrenaline,
didn't have
yeah.
no adrenaline for like at least first half. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, you was laying over here. about to
yeah,
fall
I was
asleep.
just letting y'all talk.
But when I don't know what came up, he was just like, "Wait, what?" It
Nah,
started
like-
going off.
No, it was really Lil Nas X, bro. Like, I'm one person, because of Kanye, of course. I just love, what's the word I'm looking for? People that, like, break the norm, whatever.
Controversial?
No.
I was like, maybe like innovator.
Yeah, I just love innovators, like, in any shape and form. And they're always going to have criticism, but I will always love them, so. And I thought Lil Nas X is definitely one of them, and I'm all for him, so yeah.
Okay, period.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's get up out of here. Sorry we kept you so long. I hope you enjoyed the episode, though. Remember, like, comment, follow, subscribe.
For a minute, I didn't know who he was talking to,
Me
but
too. I was like,
he's
oh,
talking to the
well,
camera.
yeah, I don't know that
Who else
one.
would I be talking to?
It's-
The audience, the viewers, the people that watch us. Yeah, but we are out of here.